you'll be able to, you'll also be able to see research gaps in those papers. So you don't need to read 100 journal papers for you to be able to identify a research gap. There are AI tools that can be able to help you do that. Sci-space is there, consensus is there. Some topics have been studied extensively, leaving no obvious gaps. Yes, there are some topics that have been studied and over again. Let's take an example. When you look at the study of physiochemical properties of sachet water or borehole water, if you look at Federal Polytechnic Naked, the physiochemical properties of water within Federal Polytechnic Naked have been studied extensively. So it becomes difficult if water is my area of study. So what can I be able to do? What is different that you can do? Look at new angles, emerging trends or technologies in that area. So there are also new angles. There are also some other things that you can also be able to do in such area that have been studied extensively. A broad topic lacks focus and originality. Yes, like climate change. A topic that is broad lacks focus because then we need to narrow it down. We need to narrow it down. So narrow down the topic to what we can be able to do. Limited access to data, funding or technology affect research possibility. Yes, funding is a major problem we have as an academics. And so we have limited access to the funding and technology that we are saying that the AI tools today, these AI tools, many of them are premium that we cannot even be able to access it. We can't be able to access it on our own individually. So solve problems, say narrow the problem within your locality and resources or look for grants. So there are grants there. If you have a novel research topic, there is institution-based research, there are national research fund. There are also international fund. That is the need for collaboration. So people can collaborate and be able to solve such problem. Your passion may not align with funding priorities or publication trend. Yes, find a middle ground or collaborate. Collaborate with your colleagues, collaborate with others in other institutions, collaborate with others, people from other countries. So you can be able to solve some of these problems of funding. Lack of mentorship, expert guidance. Yes, within our society today, there are lack of mentorship. We know. But we can be able to find our way around it. Join research groups, online forums, just like the webinar we are doing today. So through this means, you can also be able to identify mentors and expert guidance, those that can guide you. ResearchGate is one of the best places to look for mentorship and expert guidance. So I encourage everybody, if you are not a member of ResearchGate, try as much as possible to join ResearchGate. You will not regret it because from there you can be able to join. You can see so many groups, consult academic networks like LinkedIn. So you can join this group. You can be able to access mentorship and expert guidance. Keeping up with trends is hard. Yes, sometimes to keep up with emerging trends is very, very hard. Very, very hard. When the world is moving, we don't even have lights to even conduct. We don't have even, there are some places that they don't even have common pH to even run pH meter of pH of their sample. Yes, keeping up is always difficult. Say, attend conferences, webinars to identify current issues. Follow journals in your area of study. It is important we also identify journals. Look for high impact journals. Look for high impact journals. Join them. Always look for. That's what I always do every year. Every year I will go the journals that in my area of study. Look for the current publications. What they have published in 2024. If you are able to go through whatever they have published in 2024, you can be able to identify what you can be able to do. From scrap to good, transforming ideas into research topics. So when you have identified this research problem, is still an idea, is still a scrap. You can do nothing with it. So how do you transform it into a research topic? By free writing and mind mapping. Brainstorming. Brainstorm. So you can identify a lot of research problems and brainstorm over it. Look at them, brainstorm over it, write a lot in that area. And the best way to identify a research problem, if you have identified a research problem, you can be able to write a review article in that problem. By the time you write a review article in that area, I bet you that you identify more than 10 research topics in that area of your interest. Research question formulation. We can also transform this idea by writing research questions, formulate research questions. So by the time we have formulated a lot of research questions, about 5 to 10, we can also identify a novel research topic. Gap analysis in existing literature. So we can also transform our ideas through analyzing research gaps in existing literature. Explore trending topics in academic database. So look for journals in your area. Explore the current published articles in that area. You can also be able to transform what you have in your mind to what looks like a research topic. I also say scamper techniques. Scamper techniques. I will say that this scamper technique is exactly what the Asia countries are using today to improve their technology. Most of the things have been done. The issue is that it has not been able to solve our problem. So how can we use scamper technique to refine our ideas? We need to substitute. Combine. What can we combine? What can we combine? Adapt. Is that materials that can be able to, is it something that we can be able to adapt that exists to change what is existing? Can we modify an existing product? Can we modify an existing idea? Put to other use. Which other use can we also be able to put it into? Now we are talking about from west to west. Today, I can bet because of there is a research that I saw online that people are now selling maggots. So selling maggot as a source of feed for poultry farmers. So you see that the maggot that we all rejected years back has been put to another use. What can we eliminate from what exists? And what can we reverse? What can we change? So when you get, if you get a cup that have a hand by the side and at the right hand side and change it at the left hand side, you have reversed that process. Or you decide to put the handle at the top of that cup, you have reversed that process. Personal experience and observation. So we can also develop a research topic through our personal experience and observation. Cross-disciplinary approaches. So that is need for us to collaborate with people from other disciplines. So from there, we can also be able to identify. Using the 5 Ws. What are these 5 Ws? We say who, what, when, where, and why. Who is the benefits? Why is it important that we must change it now, or that we must be able to? Where can we apply it? So we can also be able to, and 1H, how? Method. So using 5 Ws and 1H method, how can we be able to do something different? How can we be able to do this? We can also utilize AI tools. As I said, there are a lot of AI tools. These ones here is the ones that I have used. Consensus, SciSpace, and DeepSeek. Steps to avoid in choosing a research topic. So in choosing a research topic, along the line, there must also be a mistake. Choosing an overly broad or narrow topic. So we should avoid choosing a topic that is too broad or very narrow. Selecting a topic just because it is trending or easy, but with no real value. So we should not choose a topic because it's a trending area. Does it have a value? If it doesn't have a value, they don't need us solving that problem. Choosing a topic requiring expensive lab equipment or inaccessible data. So we should not choose a topic that we doesn't have the resources to handle. Picking a topic not aligned with your interests and strengths. So we should avoid that. Choosing a random topic with no connection to your career goals. So you should be able to have a career goals, and don't choose a random topic that does not in line with your career goals. Selecting a topic just to prove a preconceived opinion. Something has been solved and it has been proven. So what is the essence of choosing a topic in that area, unless you have something different that you think that you can contribute? Now, previous studies leading to duplication. There is no need of duplicating what has been done. Like some of us are doing a project we are giving a student this year, we will repeat the same topic next year. We repeat it over the years. There is nothing catchy. There is nothing interesting in such topic as that. So how do we evaluate our research topic? We can evaluate our research topic by looking at is a topic clear and scope. So we look at clarity and scope. Can I summarize my topic in one clear sentence? So our research topic should not be more than 20 words. So our research topic should be summarized in a way that it can be less than 20 words. Originality and novelty. What makes my research different from what is already published or existing? So that topic, is it original? Is it novel? What makes it different from what is existing? Significance and contribution. Who benefit from this research and how? So if you can be able to identify who benefit from it and how they can benefit from it, you are going to go to choose that research topic. Feasibility. Can I complete this study with existing facility and resources? So you don't need to choose a research topic that you know that the facilities and resources are not there. Methodology. Is my method the best way to solve this problem or execute this research? So that method we adopt, is it the best way to solve the problem? Interest and sustainability. Am I excited to work on this for months or years? So the research work we are choosing, are we excited? Even that work, we are going to take 2 years to complete. Are we ready to stay for a very long time? Even that research work means that we have to stay in the lab for 10 hours every day. Are we excited to stay in the lab for that complete 10 hours to solve that problem? Conclusion and key takeaways from this, we say after all, the ultimate goal of our research is not objectivity but truth. So we should be truthful in our research. We should be able to cook results. So we should look for research that we can sit down and cook results and publish. It doesn't matter. So choosing the right research topic is like laying the cornerstone of a building. It determines the strength, structure, and success of the entire project. So you see how important, if you understand that is the cornerstone of the building. So if you take it as serious as solving, as where we are laying a foundation for a building, we see that we'll be able to achieve something great. A novel research topic must be original, significant, and feasible. It must identify literature gaps, real-world problems, and expert ideas to find ideas. So we should be able to find ideas from this area. Novelty requires creativity and systematic searching. So we must be creative in our research. As we said, if you understand that scientific research is one of the most exciting and rewarding of occupations. So it's one of those raising hands, we are coming to an end. And we said that we need a teamwork. Teamwork supports each other. So we need to support each other. And the only way we can support each other is through teamwork. As we said that unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved. So if you want to understand what is happening, the research committee, the present research committee now in Research and Development Directorate, the director can be able to identify that there is unity in strength. And whenever we are forming a research collaboration, we should always come with strength, not what we should be able to benefit. Coming together is a beginning. Keeping together is progress. working together is success. So if we are able to work together as we have started today to give the director and the directorate support, you will see that we can succeed, and she will be able to have a huge success by the time she will be able to leave that distance. So we say that team means together, everyone achieves more. So if we form a team, together we can be able to achieve more. And when it comes to research, we try, if you fail, you try again until you succeed. So we continue to try until we succeed. Some we try once and succeed, some we try multiple times. So when you fail, don't see failure as a weakness. See failure as a strength. As we say that failure is success in progress. And one of these quotes from Steve Jobs, for me, that is what has been keeping me. Say, stay hungry, stay foolish. For you to do research, you must stay hungry. You must stay hungry, that you must not ever be satisfied wherever you are. Your present position, your present status now, never be satisfied. Always strive for more. That is staying hungry. And stay foolish is promote a mindset of openness, willingness to learn from mistakes and new ideas. So, and we say action changes things. And if action changes things, it means that we need to act now. So let all of us be able to act now and acknowledge our rector for approving this monthly webinar. And we also acknowledge our able acting director, Dr. P. Sabana, for her, as I said, that she's an innovative director. Her zeal, she has the zeal to move the institution to a greater height through research, innovative research and collaboration, and she needs the support of everybody. And that is the only way that she can succeed. And when she succeeds, the institution has succeeded. And the only way that the institution can be seen to have succeeded is from what we have contributed to the outside world. Our contribution is our research. That is our output. After teaching, what differentiates us of the research, what we have contributed. I also appreciate Professor Iyogusi. He's my mentor at the BBC, R&D, and Dr. Odichi, innovation expert in A12. From him, we also be able to share a lot of knowledge during our research for impact workshop last year. And we felt to appreciate director. I know her name is not director, acting director ICT, for her support to the directorate for creating this webinar, and also there to support the directorate and the rector. The Research, Innovation and Development Committee, I also appreciate them for the opportunity to share this webinar. I also appreciate the Deputy Director and all my research colleagues, partners, and collaborators for shared insights. And I cannot finish without thanking also my departments for their support and encouragement. So I thank all members of chemistry departments for their support and encouragement. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Questions, and the moderator, over to you.
All right, thank you so much, Dr. Emmanuel Nleonu, for doing justice to this topic and delivering at such a short time. We thank you for that. You were able to stick to the time. And I believe we all have picked one or two things that sparks our interest during the course of this presentation. So I don't know if anyone has any question to ask before we wind up for today's section. We promise that the webinar will just be an hour series. Like every time we come up, it's just going to take just 1 hour. And we have 10 more minutes to round off for this section. So don't make it so boring. And because it's a night-ish time, so most people must be exhausted and they need to rest as well. So we'll take a few questions if there are any. If not, we'll
Contribution.
call it a day. Yeah, or contribution, yes. If anyone has any contribution to make or questions, the floor, you can unmute yourself and then speak. Thank you once more, Dr. Nleonu.
Thank you, ma.
I think the host needs to unmute people. Maybe someone may want to talk, but because they are all muted, I find it difficult to speak. I don't know if Dr. Ijoma is available. Okay.
Good evening, Director. Good evening, Dr. Nleonu. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Achilike Joseph.
Good evening.
From Chemistry.
Okay.
I want to thank the speaker for tonight, Dr. Nleonu Emmanuel, for your presentation. It was well articulated and presented. I want to thank everyone for joining this webinar. It was quite enriching. It was quite enriching. So I want us all to take the points that Dr. Nleonu has highlighted, so that we can move this research and innovative departments to the next level. It was quite explicit, and we hope to get more information regards research in the nearest future. So thank you so much, Dr. Nleonu Emmanuel, for your presentation. And thank you, Director, for this innovative idea towards Research and Development and Directorate. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Dr. Oladimeji.
Yeah, his hand is up.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. I want to start from
Good evening.
the
Good evening.
lecturer for today's lecture, Dr. Emmanuel. You are really wonderful. You manage the time and then you are able to do justice to the topic. I want to thank the acting director, Dr. Peace Abana, for putting up this innovative. So it's a very good idea. So I want to have to, you make mention of research groups that we can join.
Yes.
And, you mentioned research gate. So I want to have more in case that we have others like JSTOR, we have Google Scholar, we have Web of Science, and the Directorate of Open Access. We have Social Science Research Network, and a lot of others like that you can see join, because you only mentioned the research gate. So it depends on I think you run the area you are, and then we can join as many as possible. If it is in the programming, because I'm from computer science department, of course, we do programming. Even the area you mentioned is purely our area, even though it has gone viral now. Everybody is not using it. So we have a group called GitHub where you can join. It's like a community of web designers, web developers, and so on, for those in computing. So I said, let me add this to what you have said. I thank the organizer for giving me the opportunity Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, HOD Computer Science. You can also help us. You can also help the directorates. Some of these research group you mentioned, so that if the director can have it, we can be able to circulate it around Poly and also enjoy our colleagues, our members to join. And there is one that is important. One scientific index is also important that we joined that research group. That research group always help us to showcase what we are doing, and it will show your profile all over the world. Thank you.
Yes, we'll have a compendium. After now, we'll get a list or an outline of all the necessary groups for members to join. We'll have a compilation of them and then maybe share to the Polytechnic community for people to join. Thank you very much.
Mr. Taylor.
All right. Good evening, Dr. Ima. I think you did a great work. You are straight to the point, and it's very explicit and encouraging. However, I want to make one point and ask a question. And I think the point I want to make relates to your research unit, which you have. And I think if we can adopt that, it will be better for us. If I can adopt a research unit based on my specialty and interest, it will promote me and it will give me room for me to attract research grants into my own personal lab. And that is my comment. And my question is this. You mentioned that for you to succeed, you must have your interest and strength.
Yes.
I found out that sometimes some people will publish today in physicochemical. Let me use my department as an instance. I will publish today in physicochemical property of bread. Tomorrow, I will go for rheological property of bread. And based on my own field of study, these two areas are different. One is in food engineering, one is in food processing. So how do I, as a person, identify my research interest and my strength?
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that question. Yes, you talk about having interest in food processing and food engineering as your research interest, and how you can be able to marry these two together. You should be able to presently. You should be able to know where you have strength and where you have resources. Because if you have a research interest in an area where the resources are not within your reach, you find out that you won't be able to do much, and at the end of the day, you may feel frustrated in that particular area. That having and you can also be able to marry the two together to form a research group that can marry processing and food processing and engineering. Because I know that you can't talk about food processing without the engineering aspect of it. So from your when you have developed your area of if you have the area of your resources, you can also be able to make you focus in one particular area. Thank you.
That's why you do that for.
That ICT.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Can I make a little contribution?
Good evening, ma'am.
I would have loved to make a contribution.
Yeah, director.
Please go ahead, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead, please. Let him go ahead. I will talk later. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Chirizu, you raise your hand. Mr. Director, you may continue. Like, you can continue, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And good evening, everyone, Director and the Director of the Research and Innovation Directorate and members of this platform. Good evening, good afternoon from wherever you joined us from. I truly commend the Research and Innovation Development Directorate for this important, very, very important and timely webinar. I thank you, Dr. Ima, for coming to our aid in this capacity through the innovative leadership of Dr. Peace Abana. Of course, in today's digital age that we have found ourselves in, it's a new normal. We can't wish it away. We can't push it away. Developing a novel research topic goes beyond just English all the way. It means solving real life problems around us. Imagine topics like having an AI-powered traffic control in a way, or data analytics for improving our students' performance, or monitoring our students' performance, or helping to predict a student's performance and also advising that student on how to improve on see his or her weaknesses and improve on certain specific areas. Or some mobile apps for our local language learning. These are impactful, very powerful and relevant topics with local content. So I want to thank you, and to strengthen our research outputs, a lot has been said. I have learned one or two. We learn every day. My HOD, Dr. Sahid, has also said something like having a kind of a joining onto the online repository groups, GitHubs and the rest. But we can have, I don't know how much and how far we have gone through having a centralized digital repository for students and staff research topics, a centralized one. Of course, the website of the institution, which the rector is our rector, able rector, Dr. Basilia Ibokwe, has been so restless about revamping the entire digital ecosystem of the institution. Certainly there will be links. If some directorates have come to ask for links to be created on the school website for them to have a kind of a repository, or to have a link to the repository of their journals, conference papers, research work, students' work, staff work. So the ICT Directorate is there to help in that capacity. Also, my other suggestion is partnering with some tech hubs, like the HOD has mentioned, for problem solving research challenges within the institution. What are the problems we're having? You see, I love to, from Igbo, for those that are not Igbo, there are certain issues we have still existing, still lingering. It mustn't be service provision. We can come together, the Research and Innovative Development Directorate, headed by Dr. Peace. She is a very proactive young lady, and I know her head, she's thinking all the time. Whenever I'm with her, she's thinking and wanting to bring out ideas with speed. There are things we can do that can be our local content ideas, both ranging from what we have from the science tech. We also look at some technological innovative ideas. What are there some things that are still lingering that need some solutions from us, local content from the Federal Polytechnic Nekede? We'll look into it. The R&D should help us gather people, create committees, or form collaborative departments or professionals from different departments, and let us use our local content ideas and use our Federal Polytechnic as a case study and get it sorted out. Something like organizing regular interdepartmental idea hackathons. Like, this is what I know that R&D has more than this. She has mentioned these things. And also, I know she has gone to the national level to make some presentations, even in less than 2 months in the office as an acting director. So all these things are where we can, incubate ideas. It grows over time. We have it sent out to the national, from the national, we go international. And this name, Federal Polytechnic Leads and others follow if they can continue. So on this note, I want to thank you for allowing me to have this few minutes of a time. Let's continue building a future where research meets innovation and makes a difference. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies, and God bless RID Director.
Thank you, Director, for that wonderful contribution.
Thank you, Director. Thank you so much, Director, for the insightful contribution. And we also thank you too much for you've been so helpful, giving us an ICT nudge to go forward. And we know that we'll have a lot of things we can do together. The directorates of ICT and that of Research and Innovation have so much to do together. Thank you so much for the support and the love. We can always count on you anytime. I don't know if there are any other persons that want to still speak.
Yeah, Chinwizu is raising up. Chinwizu.
Yes,
Okay, Chinwizu.
good evening. Good evening, all. And thank you very much, Dr. Emma, for your very insightful presentation. And I also direct and also the management. I just want to add my voice to what Dr. Emma has already said with regards to the question that Mr. Tega asked. It is not uncommon for people, especially around there, to always venture into different areas of research. And sometimes it may not actually be that they are doing the research. It could be that they are seeing their colleagues publishing articles in this field and in the other field. Just because they want to garner papers, they will ask, put my name, put my name. But then it is very important for us to know that specialization is very important. It is very necessary that if our name is this, it should be associated with a particular field of study. That would also help to improve our profile. If we say we are in this field of study, it is very good that we are known for that particular thing. So let us discourage that practice of being in everywhere in our field. Let's have a focus. And just like Dr. Emma mentioned, having an area of specialization or knowing our area of competence is very easy for us to know. We have our areas of interest. It's just like attending school. Before you graduate, you choose your area of interest and then you focus on that area. So let us try to focus on a particular area. If there's a problem that we're seeing and we're interested in solving that problem, we can concentrate on that problem and see that as our research interest. So I warmly want to once again thank Dr. Emma for that presentation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Chinwizu. Tega, do you still want to speak?
Yes, I want to ask a follow-up question based on what the acting director ICT said.
Okay.
And I want to make an appeal to the acting director RID. All these things we are saying tonight boils down to access to journals and quality journals. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Access to journals and quality journals. I discovered that if you want to, if you are
Yes, go ahead.
if you are browsing and researching for a particular topic, you will get some Elsevier journals or some Springer journals, and then you will be asked to subscribe or pay to access the journals. Well, some of you know that I'm fortunate to be trained abroad, and as a student, my ID gave me access to all the Elsevier journals I have. So when I'm doing my research, if I log into the Elsevier journals, I have access to all the Elsevier journals. So I don't have to pay, probably because the school has paid for these journals. And so research was very easy for me. And since I came back, I tried to access these journals again, and I found out that I will have to pay a fee to access the full journals. So I don't know what could be done, because you cannot have a novel research idea without access to journals for your literature review. I don't know what can be done that will help us to access these journals for free. That is my question. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Tega. Actually, the Directorate of Research have been in consultation with some other directorate like that of linkages and other directorates. We've been trying to see how much of some of these articles the institution as a whole can key into, to see how to make it easy for most of our researchers to have access to them. Especially you go to some articles or journals, they'll tell you that it is not open access. So these are some of the things we have plans to do before the end of the year. We're working on having our institute have access to some of these things, like you mentioned, the Springer Journal and the rest of them, all that are not open access. So let's see how far they go. But most of them actually comprising. But as an institution, when we register and we have access as an institution, probably will be easier. So it is one of the things we know that our director, who is enthusiastic to see the institution move forward, may give a nudge or a go ahead to some of these proposals as they reach our desk. So let's keep our hopes open as we work towards getting us access to some of these journals.
Item S16. Item S16.
That's the name of the person. Item S16 provision. Okay,
he's raising his hand.
Yeah, he's raising his hand.
Okay, you can speak, sir.
Hello.
That should be the last speaker for today.
Deputy Director.
Yeah. Good
Welcome,
evening,
sir.
all.
Good evening.
Thank you.
Okay, good evening.
Well, of course, I don't have much to say. Just to thank the Honorable Director, whose the idea has come to reality. It shows that she actually come to innovate the department, the directorate, and the school at large. So I pray God will give her more wisdom to move the directorate to an enviable height. Thank you,
Amen.
Doctor.
Amen. Thank you, sir.
Amen.
Well,
Thank you very much.
Thank
Sir.
you much, because I know right from time what you can do. I'm very happy that you are in the team to make the directorate proud.
Thank you, sir.
Still thank you much for your wonderful presentation.
Thank you,
I
sir.
believe you do more for us in the future for the good of the school and Nigeria at large. I also want to thank the participants, because without them, this effort would have been in futility. Their presence has also motivated us into doing more in future. More to that, this seminar or webinar will help us in the near IBR proposals. We'll be expecting to see improvement in the research topics and presentations in future proposals. Because what we normally do before we look at the money that we are going to get, we rush into the proposal without actually looking at the real work that we are to do. At the end of the day, we end up not getting approval, and some of us will get annoyed that they are not given. But with this and the future seminar, we will now be able to realize why we are not getting the grant, so that we sit up on how we write our proposals. That's my little contribution. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Kraft.
All right, thank you. Do we still have more people raising hands?
Yeah, Dr. Kraft.
I can't find her hand up.
So,
I don't know how to raise my hand up.
You can speak, Dr. Obuse.
You can speak. You don't need to speak, sir.
Dr. Obuse, you can speak. Dr. Obuse, you are free.
Hello?
Hello, you are welcome.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Are you getting me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Sir.
Okay, good evening. Okay, I want to really appreciate Dr. Emmanuel Nleonu for this wonderful presentation, and also want to appreciate the acting director. Just like when we were preparing for this webinar, it was looking as if we are not going to come out with something meaningful. But today, a mark has been made. And I also want to add to what Dr. Emmanuel have done. We are not the only beneficiary of this lecture. I would also want us to extend it to our departments, all participants. Reasons: the Directorate for Research also have a lot of inputs to various departments in the institution, especially in our second semester, when lecturers supervise projects. Most of the projects will supervise topics that we approve, and not, if you look at those topics, we just be ashamed as if, is it one of these lecturers that have done that? You'll be baffled. So the Directorate of Innovation and Research, I want us to extend, of course, it's within our scope, to look into departments and as well see what you can do to improve in our project supervision. I know the last tenure of Dr. Chijioke, they went into different departments, looking into their projects and how quality the works are done. So I will also want us to extend to that area so that our students will be in line with what we are trying to do now. Research is a very important area in academics. Without research, you are not a notable figure in the academics. So my advice to the Directorate, of which I'm one of the members, is for us to go down to our respective schools, or the representative of various schools, collaborating with our director in this second semester, we'll look into it and also be part of the project defense, so that some of these works of these students, if well prepared and articulated, well supervised, they still form the basics of our of researches that can also go through our IBR. So I advise for us to go deep down, not only to the lecturers. Thank you, and God bless you. That's just my little contribution.
Thank you, Dr. Raphael. On that
you.
note, I'd like to remind us about the upcoming research and exhibition, the innovation and research exhibition coming up at the end of second semester. I don't know if some of us have gotten the memo or the information which was sent to different schools to prepare for the exhibition. The management has given us the go-ahead, and we are in consultation with some other directorates so that we can work in synergy to see that the exhibition is a success. So we look forward to those who have interest in innovation and research for them to also prepare to be part of that exhibition that will be coming up at the end of second semester. Looking at the calendar, that should be giving us around October 2025. So we hope that we will get a lot of people to key in departments to register their interest. And we also added that there will be prizes for the best innovation or research that will be exhibited on that day. So let us prepare for them. There'll be cash prizes to reward the best innovation. And then if you also need support, maybe you have a research to carry on or an innovation to carry on, and then you need support to go about it. The directorate is also open to receive your request for support as far as it's something that is going to be innovative, something that is going to move the institution to a higher plane. So in essence, if you have innovations or things you want to develop and you need assistance, financial assistance, technical assistance, or whatever type of assistance you need, please feel free to reach out to the directorates for us to see how to synergize to see that it is a success. So thank you, everyone. I want to thank all the participants for today's webinar. Thank you so much. It was really, really nice having you all on board. Without you, this webinar wouldn't have been a success. And we hope that by next time we call for it, which should be at the end of the month of May, we'll have more people joining us. Before then, we'll let you know the topic that we will be bringing out, maybe a continuation of this or something else that is new entirely. We'll communicate appropriately. Thank you, Dr. Emmanuel Nleonu. Thank you. And I also want to add that I have the best team in my R&D directorates. You people have been so wonderful. The unity, the love, and the support have been amazing. So thank you, all the members of R&D, the team representing different schools. Thank you, everyone. And on a final note, I thank our director and the management for the opportunity to serve in this capacity. So I wish us a peaceful night rest and a wonderful stay till we see again. Thank you, everyone.
Wow, thank you and good night.
Thank you. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good night, all.
Thank you. Have a nice
Good night.
night, Reyes.
Everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Meet you all of you next month. Good night.
Good night. So you will get the slides
Good night.
before tonight. Yes,
Dr. Ma, make it available. I need it.
tonight you will get it in different WhatsApp group tonight.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Okay, thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Mhm.
Hi, Sonia. How are you? Okay. Sonia, what's going on? Hi. All these single pregnant. You know about Saturday? No. Please turn off your radio, like I said.